Okay, I'm going to jump on here a little bit. There's a little bit of milk moisturizer. That's how much. I just want a little to go underneath my eyes. Before I get ready, I'm going to show you how to use, or one way to use, Bella bronzer. There's multiple ways, and also the cream shadows. So I like to take a little bit of milk moisturizer and put it underneath my eyes and let that soak in really good. I'm going to show you the shadows that I'm going to use, if I can get to them on the bottom here. Right there, I am going to use Arabian Nights Tangled and Spiced. Okay, so I'm first going to take Tangled, and I'm going to use my finger, and I am just going to take Tangled all over the base of my lid. So I'm just rubbing this on. You can also put it on with a brush, but it is just so easy just to use your finger, and I'm just putting it on the base of my lid, and you can see it just gives it a nice little shimmer right there. Nice. All right, now I'm going to use Spiced. Hey. I'm going to use Spiced just right here on the outer, so there's the center of my eye. I'm just putting it just on that little section, but I'm not going all the way to the corner. I'm going to still use my finger, and I'm just going to take Spiced right underneath my eye into my lash line. So I've got it really on the end of my finger. See, look at that color, isn't that pretty? All right, I'm going to wipe off my finger. Now I'm going to use the blend-in tap brush. I'm going to use it rounded in, and I'm going to take Arabian Nights, and I'm just really going to deepen up this corner. What's really pretty is just take one of these shadows, like Arabian Nights, and put it on. So this is Arabian Nights, and I'm just concentrating really on that outer corner. All right, now I'm going to take the small end of this. No, I'm going to just use my finger. And I'm going to take the Spiced again. Not Spiced, Tangled. And I'm just going to go right up onto, yep, they're flying down our road right here. Sitting at a big window here. You can hear it. I'm just going right there at my brow bone. Right there. Super easy and fun. Okay. Then I would take a little bit of powder, just a little bit, with this blend-in tap brush. You can use Cupcake eyeshadow, or you could use Vanilla Dust. You can also use Cayman bronzer. I'm just going to use a little setting powder. I'm just going to use a little setting powder right here over that Tangled. I'm just dabbing it on, just so it has a little extra staying powder. Okay, thank you. My postmaster is handing something out for me. She's let me know that I have more mascara in my mailbox that I may not want to be sitting outside because it's warm. Okay, now look at that. That is super easy, and that is the cream shadows. Okay, so I'll post what those look like on the next little section. Okay, so you can get those cream shadows. They're very versatile and very easy. So now I'm going to take Arabian Nights, and I typically use indigo on my brows, but I am going to use Arabian Nights on my brows as well, and try that out. Okay, so look, there's Arabian Nights. It's kind of a dark, but to me, it's very close to indigo. It's like an indigo and a trust combination of the eyeshadow. So I'm just literally, oh yeah, it works really well. So it looks like a great eyeshadow, eyebrow. I'm all scattered Arabian Nights, another option for brows as well as eyeshadow. Got to be in a really big hurry always. What are you blowing for, Gypsy? Okay, I like that. So I'll show you Arabian Nights one more time and the brush that I use on the next slide, and just hang tight. Okay, now I'm going to take my Best Blend Forever brush, and I'm going to, first I'm going to use a little bit of brightening here with some Sunlit right in there where I'm kind of dark, like that. Super fast here. Right here between the brows, brightening it up. Just down the bridge of my nose, a little here and a little there. And that's just, this is Sunlit. And I love Sunlit, and I'll use some amber together, and you can see it already. I'll leave that by itself for a quick look. I have just some Sunlit and bronzing on, and it's totally fine. It's just a super fast look. Okay, so I will post, the next is what I just used here. Okay, now I'm going to show you another way to use Bella Bronzer. You can use it after application, but you can also use it, especially if you have freckles or any hyperpigmentation or age spots, you can use Bella Bronzer very lightly. There's Bella, and I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm just tapping in very lightly, and I'm just, see, that's a little much, but it's okay. It's cream, and if you've never used a cream bronzer, it is a game changer for bronzing because it just is so easy to move around. Just like I put that on there, it looked really dark, but you have time to move it around. And I'm like taking the smallest amount. I'm serious, a Bella Bronzer would last you over a year or longer. So look, it just kind of warms up the face, especially if you have any kind of age spots, or if you feel like you're kind of, what's the word, swallow, kind of like don't have enough color, and like I don't get sun on my face, and so I really don't lay out in the sun, but just from being outside, you can get sun, but I don't get it on my face, and so sometimes our face is a little lighter, and this is a great way to warm up your already highlight, is pick up the bronzing bundle, and you'll get this brush and you get Bella. I strongly suggest the Bella and not the Cayman for doing this method. You could use the Cayman after here, and it's also kind of lighter than the Bella. So I'll post the bundle for Bella Bronzer. That's a really good deal. Okay, now I'm going to take my small end of the brush, and I'm going to add a touch of contour just underneath my cheekbones. Do not go down below the corners of your mouth, and you always don't want to come down straight, and you don't want to be down in here. You want to kind of lift that up a little bit and cut that jaw in there. I'm going to use the fluffy end because it's a larger area, and put me a little bit of contour my forehead. It just gives me warmth. It gives glow. I'm doing a little bit softer contour on my nose today, and then underneath my lip and underneath my jawline. I'm going to take a little bit down on my neck, a little deeper, a little deeper. I'm actually going to use my finger here for some, I want extra little pop there, and I'm just going to, see, this cream is so easy. You can use your fingers. Just tap it right in there for a little bit of brightness. Okay, I'm going to show you the color that I use next with this brush. Okay, next I'm going to use my main highlight, Amber. I'm going to use the exact same brush, and I'm just popping it really just right next to that Sunlit, my brightening highlight. above my brow because I've already got the brightening right there. And my hair is in my face. I can't find it. There it is. And a little here on my jaw, mustache area. I call this the beard. Putting on a beard. And see, I love this brush. Look, swirl, swirl, swirl. Work it all in. The cream is so nice to work with. Then I'm going to use my finger with my brightening highlight down the bridge of my nose a little more. All right, now that's that step. Next, I'm going to blend before I do my cheek color. So I'm just going to press in. This is lightly dampened. This is the Perfector sponge. A beauty blender, just lightly dampened. Make sure it's super soft and like a cloud. We do have the Perfector sponge as well. Currently out of stock, but we have one. And I'm just pressing and dabbing. I am not pulling or swapping. I don't want to muddy the colors and I don't want to pull off the product. I just want to pick up excess and press it in and make it blend nicely together. Okay, I'll post what this is next. Okay, next I'm going to do lip and cheek, and I'm going to use Ruby. This is Ruby. It's a pretty pink, and I'm going to use the same brush. I am lightly, because it's more of a glossy, I am just using very little, putting it right on the apples of my cheeks and up on that cheekbone for a little bit of warmth and roundness. Love this color. You can build it or you can go very light with it. I just want to touch it pink right there on my apples. Ha ha ha. Okay, next I'm going to use my Bella bronzer on my lips. No, I'm not going to leave it like this. This is just too dark. I don't want. Lips are not supposed to be brown. But after I get through that, I'm going to take my one off my finger and I'm going to use Ruby over top of my Bella. And that just gives you this prettiest, like, soft nude, and I just kind of soften it up on the line and then the corners. Just a touch more pink. Oops, it's all right. I'll use my sponge. Is the best tool you have. Okay, so now post that, what Ruby looks like on the next slide. Okay, next I'm going to use my illuminator. I am going to use Photoshop. It's got that little bit pretty pink of warmth. I'm using the Best Blend Forever brush again. And I am just taking that Photoshop. I don't go too up close to my eye. I have crow's feet. I would want to put this anywhere where, look at that little bit of glow. Who doesn't like to glow? Just a little bit. That little warmth of glow. Then I take a little bit down the bridge of my nose. I could also use my finger right here, but I just hit a little in the center of my lips. Okay, got my mascara on. I'm all done. This is my last step. Typically I do it before my mascara, but I forgot. But this is Day Spray. Gotta get you some of this. Sets the makeup. So, let's see if I can. There we go. It's a little bit over here. There we go. And then I let that soak in really good.